Hello my babes, welcome back to the Spiritpreneur portal if you've been here before. Welcome for the first time. If you are new, this is not just for people who identify as spiritpreneurs. This is for all entrepreneurs, all people who are invested in getting shit done and maybe feel a little lonely or a little overwhelmed sometimes because there's so much shit to be done. This is a space where I like to come vulnerably and personally and talk about some of the things that have been difficult for me that I've managed to move through. Just so you have the resources and you have the insight, practices, tools, really cool stuff, including burps sometimes, because I've got a blueberry banana smoothie right here that I've been drinking, so that you can get some help, some assistance, and you don't feel like you're doing it all on your own, even if you kind of are. I am still in a place where I am doing things mostly on my own. In just the last episode, I talked about how my partner has been helping me and has offered to give me some assistance as far as doing something that I really suck at, which is creating a schedule and sticking to it, because without somebody to be like, did you do the fucking thing? I'm like, it's arbitrary. I don't have to do it. I just told myself to do it. And who am I to tell me what to do? Yeah. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you experience too, because honestly, I feel like such a weirdo for not being able to do the things that I want to do, that I know that I should be doing. But just for me, feel like they'll get done. They'll get done eventually. It's not how running a business works, Kellyanne. Today I want to talk about surrender, because there's a really great definition that Colin of Queer Cosmos gives in the Divine Chaos course from 2020, and I'm going to share the clip so that you can hear his version of surrender that has really inspired me and resonates with me, but also I think can apply to the situation of being a spiritpreneur or an entrepreneur, solopreneur, however you identify, in a more impactful way if we learn how to apply it. So here's the clip and we'll discuss.
So I'll define quickly what surrender means to me, because I know that's the theme of this curriculum. And surrender to me just means giving up attachments to results and being firmly invested in the effort, right? So when we think of surrender, a lot of it at times we think of resignation, but I actually see it as such a space of power, because it implies trust, and it implies that when I'm invested in the effort, rather than the results, a power that's in me but not of me, and same for everyone else here, can flow through me and provide me with the results that on my best day, using my best mental resources, I could never possibly dream of. And I would much rather be in that place than, I have a plan and this management and I'm going to control this outcome. No, let the universe dream through me, because I can't think of how all things are meant to be served, the good, the true, and the beautiful at any given moment for all people involved, those who I've met and those who I haven't even fucking met yet. So the cosmic intelligence that knows, you know what to do, you lead the way and tell me where to go, what to do, and what to say when I get there. Hello. Okay, so that's how I experience surrender. All right?
Some pretty good stuff, right? First of all, his Gemini nature of just being able to talk so quickly, not in my nature. I'm a Pisces sun and a Mercury in Pisces, which means my communication style is very flowing and intuitive and not necessarily but that's why I love Geminis, because they really just pull out of me a side of myself that I would like to have more of. But he talked about how oh yes, the air conditioning went off. It's nice and quiet now. You can really hear things. Just wanted to give y'all some good ass nature sounds while we've got it, because being outside does not always mean that you're going to be able to actually hear nature. Colin gave a definition for surrender that included not just giving up control of the results, which I think is a wonderful way to view surrender, but also gave over some of that control to the universe, to spirit, to whatever guides you and whatever you feel fills you with the purpose and the passion that you have for whatever it is that you do, in a way that gets you into flow. I think surrender is also getting in your flow and sitting down and showing up to the work or the creation or whatever it is that just makes you get lost in, like, lose track of time doing the thing, whatever that thing is. I feel like that is also a moment of surrender, is getting lost in the flow. And I love that he brought into the mix that it's not just, you not trying to manage every little aspect and plan for every little thing, but that surrender is spaciousness. Surrender is the space in which you can trust that when you let go of control of the results and you commit yourself to seeing things through to the end anyway, that at some point in there, spirit enters. God, the universe, love, capital L, love, enters the chat and has something to say in that narrative. I love this definition. It felt so good to hear and to start from that space, especially with his workshop on the non-binary nature of astrology, because I think when we go into anything that we are passionate about or that helps us to render some kind of purpose or make sense of our world, we really want a particular outcome. We really want to achieve a certain goal sometimes, whether it be to become the best or to become excellent at the thing, whether it be to learn up to a certain point so that we can start to use the information to pivot and to change our own world. There are a lot of reasons why we might pursue something, such as, in the way that he has pursued the learning of astrology, and then to put your own spin on it and to leave space and room for questions, for curiosity, for experimentation. That, I think, is the space that we should all, we could all, I don't want to should y'all, because when I should myself, it doesn't feel good. When I should myself, it gets messy. I think that's a space that we could all strive to achieve, and a spacious container that we could all strive to create for ourselves, because it's not just like I said, it's not just being the best, it's maybe finding excellence and doing so without having to do every little bit of the work, all of everything, all by yourself.
Hey.
So, surrender. What a perfect example of me not trying to control the outcome or the result and saying, stay in the house until I'm done recording this video, but just allowing things to be as they are and following the flow, following through on my intuition and doing something that I know that I have to do, that I want to do, which is record YouTube videos and post them regularly and consistently, and to be allowing for the universe to provide me with something that I didn't know that I needed. I knew that I wanted to finish my smoothie, which is why I brought it out here with me, but I didn't know that I needed my dad to come and interrupt what I was doing for a couple minutes so that I could achieve that thing. And I think that's, while interruptions and unexpected, intrusions like that, thank you for, again, just, reminding me of my point. While they can feel like things that throw us off or that is the universe telling us, like, stop doing this thing or you need to go do something else, sometimes it might be that thing, sometimes it might be that message, and you should trust your intuition on that. But sometimes it's just to take a break. Sometimes it's just to crack you open and break you out of your seriousness and being in the middle of what you love to do with such intensity that you're not really enjoying it anymore. Or maybe there's some part of it that's frustrating you. Maybe there's some part of it that's very unclear to you. And an interruption or an intrusion is there to guide you and there to give you, like I said, something that you didn't know that you needed, which is to get up and take space, breathe for a second, and let the problem work itself out back here, so that in the front, in the present part of you, you are not just showing up and putting your all into it and being super productive, but you are permitting the universe to make changes as you go, so that you are playing and laughing and growing and healing through everything, through every part of life. I'm getting chewed up by mosquitoes right now, so I am going to end this here. Oh, and my dad is back. But I just wanted to give y'all a little insight into how surrender can be so much more than just relinquishing all hope or all hope. I think that's, Colin started with that as well. Like, it kind of feels like, people take surrender as giving up, and surrender isn't the thing that you do to wave the white flag at the very end of having tried. Surrender should be the first thing that you do. Surrender should be part of the intention, the very first intention that you set for almost anything that you do, so that when you begin the doing, it's already relinquished of the hope that you will have full control over everything and that everything will go your way. especially as a spiritpreneur, a solopreneur, an entrepreneur of any kind, or somebody who just wants to get better at growing through what you're going through, this is something that you need. This is something that you will have to remember and keep in mind as you go through your journey. Surrender, and starting with surrender, and not just seeing it as something that you'll have to resort to if nothing else works out. I think that's a powerful way to introduce the flow of divine chaos into your life, so that there's not just the pursuit of perfectionism. What we're going for here is for, like I said, maybe excellence, maybe learning enough to put your own spin on things and rile people up, or maybe it is, maybe it's just so you can experiment and see what happens. See if you even like the doing. Surrendering gives space for the universe to show you what you might like about it that you would have never asked for yourself, that you would have never set an intention for yourself, that only by setting the intention to surrender can you actually experience. Chin scratcher. I would love for you to join me in the Divine Chaos course this year. If you purchase your ticket during the pre-sale, which is from now until July 1st, you will get Colin's workshop, all of the resources that he created for the Divine Chaos course 2020, and the rest of the workshops and materials, mine included. We have another speaker in the course, Lotta, who is amazing and does a workshop on attuning the body for surrender, which is another wonderful piece of the surrender puzzle. Is not just the intention, but the impact. And we have another pre-sale bonus, which is the Divine Chaos workbook. And I've put a lot of time into making sure that that is something that you can come back to over and over, and continue to see some of the ways that your perfectionism, or that you're even people-pleasing and trying to do things in a perfectly organized, productive, masculine, toxic masculine way, can be broken down, disseminated, and even transformed into divine order and a divine container for everything that you want to be doing with excellence, everything that you want to be creating outside of that, the paradigm of productivity, perfectionism, and the patriarchal standards for getting shit done. So would love for you to be able to receive those pre-sale bonuses, but that means that you have to invest in reserving your spot. We have a limited number of spots as well, just to keep the space intimate, but you have to invest before July 1st. We start 7/7, and it ends, the live part ends 8/8. And after that, after the live workshops, as part of the course end, and all 5 of the speakers from this year, we had 3 speakers last year, we have 5 speakers this year. As we finish, what happens is we have 6 months of follow-up emails that are sent bi-weekly to help you continue, and to not just have set the intention to surrender to this thing and how it can change you, but also to have it continuously impact you and to help you laugh, play, grow, and heal through it, with accountability, with more resources, more tools, more practices, one-on-one offerings from our 5 speakers. So there is a lot going on to this course, and it's actually a pretty affordable course for the value that you're getting from this. So I would love for you to click the link in the caption, vforvibrant.com/divinechaos2022, and go and check it out. See if that's something that you want to be changing with this year, that you want to use as a tool for accepting and allowing change and transition, especially after the last 2 years that we've had since 2020. I mean, my gosh. Would love for you to be a part of that space, and would love for you to let me know in the comments below how this version of surrender and how this definition of surrender is hitting for you. I love you so much. You are deserving of all the love and nature sounds that you desire, separate from my burps, from my intermittent burps. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day.